Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tarikaremba. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me again today. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe. Okay, so as you can tell, we are now in a new month. October started a few days ago, and basically this marks the last 3 months of the year, which is crazy. I feel like 2020 was just a crazy year because we had January, February, March lockdown. So yeah, I feel like this year was just, unusual in so many ways. And because of everything happening with the pandemic and, borders being closed, companies shutting down, people losing jobs and all of that stuff that's been happening, I think that a lot of us may not have been able to, achieve certain goals or do certain things that we had planned to do because the year, took an unprecedented turn. So today we are talking about finishing strong, even though this year was the ghetto. Okay, this year was a joke, to say the least, in many ways. But not in all ways, okay? Even though a lot of bad things happened, a lot of good things probably also came out of it. For example, many people got to spend more time with their families, more people got to, rest, take up a new hobby, just do some things that were good for the soul. So yeah, I guess that is, a positive way we can look at everything that happened this year. And in the spirit of positivity, I thought it would be a good idea if we could just, get back to the drawing board, okay, and figure out how we can finish the year strong. Just because things didn't follow a certain time plan doesn't mean it's not necessarily going to happen. So now let's just look at the things that you said you were going to do or things that you wanted to achieve this year that you haven't quite achieved, and figure out what we can do about it between now and the end of the year. So here are a few tips on how we can do that. So tip number 1, review the list that you had at the beginning of the year and recommit to your goal. Okay, so I don't know about you, but I actually had a list of things that I wanted to do this year, and I kind of had a vision board. It didn't make it onto an actual board, but it's there on Pinterest. But anyway, so yeah, go back to your list of things. What did you say you want to achieve in 2020? What is it that you haven't done? Recommit to that goal. And now step number 2, figure out how you can now take steps day by day to actually achieve that goal. Okay, so for example, if your goal was to start a business in 2020, but then you had to maybe put that on hold because maybe finances were no longer where they were at the beginning of the year, now you can look at your business plan and now decide, okay, cool, I still have 3 months to get this off the ground. What is it that I can do between now and the 31st of December to make sure that that is done? Okay, maybe it could be finding suppliers, finding someone to make your packaging, things like that. Okay, maybe it's putting aside $50 every month for the next 3 months so that you can buy your first batch of product, things like that. So that's what I mean, where I'm now like, okay, break it down into steps. The third thing that you need to do is figure out what it is you need to stop doing, i.e. what is standing in your way. And then the final step is to execute day by day. Okay, so each and every single day you should be doing something to work towards your dream. Okay, so for example, you can't say you want to start a business if you haven't even started looking at, I don't know, vendors. If you haven't started looking at a space where you can have your shop or whatever it is you're trying to do. If you haven't even just gone on Google and said, I don't know, maybe, what can we say? If you haven't even gone on Google and said maybe, I don't know, maybe you want to start like a seafood boil business, okay? If you haven't even tried to locate where you can find lobster tails in your city, then baby, you're playing, okay? So that's what I mean when I'm now saying that every day you need to take steps. So today, if you're going to look for, okay, where can I find this? Okay, cool. Tomorrow, you now look for where can I find butter at wholesale price? The next day, the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. You know what I mean? So every single day, try to take some time, even if it's just 10 minutes, 30 minutes, just take some time to go back to your drawing board, figure out what the next step is, and actually take those steps. So obviously this advice is very vague because I don't know what your plans are, I don't know what your goals are, I don't know what your dreams are, but just, you know, adapt it to your situation and try to finish the year strong. As usual, I will leave you with a quotation from Pinterest, sweetie. And that quotation is, it's never too late to be what you might have been. Okay, so basically that means, so for example, you might be telling yourself, I might have been a business owner if the pandemic hadn't happened. Okay, and this is my reminder to you that it is not too late to become what you said you might be, or to become what you might have been. Okay, so like we said, take steps, figure out what it is you need to do, figure out what it is that you want to achieve, and now start taking steps to do it. Obviously, it's not easy. I understand that, you know, it being a pandemic, there's so much more to it. Mental health issues that come up, you know, disappointment at how the year turned out and all of those things. But ultimately, like I always say, you owe it to yourself to show up for yourself. Okay, like no one is going to show up for Tari to do what Tari said she wants to do. I have to show up for Tari, and I'd like to encourage you to also show up for you. I hope you have the courage to take the steps to achieve those goals. And yeah, I hope that by the 31st of December, I really want people to come back and comment on this video, or even pop me a DM saying, Tari, girl, I wanted to do this and I took your advice, decided to finish strong, and now here are the steps I've taken. Maybe I'm 2 steps away from being a business owner, 2 steps away from being a graduate, 2 steps away from whatever it is that you would like to achieve. You can do it. You are capable. Remember what I said last week, if God placed it on your heart, he will see it to completion, sweetie. So you just need to take those steps. You need to start somewhere, and I hope you decide to start today. Okay, anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you have a good week. I hope that you guys start taking steps to achieve those goals that are left on your vision boards, or, you know, what are they called? Resolutions list, New Year's resolutions list. Yes, I hope you decide to do that. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe, and make sure you tune into my Instagram to see what today's Halloween month look was. Today's day 5, and so far so good. So yeah, check me out at tarikaremba, and I'll catch you soon.